Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin round 2 of 5 rounds of Standard from Lost Legion Games and Comics Friday Night Magic Tournament. 31 runners competing for Pride, Glory, and Magic Packs. My name, as always, is Zachary Evans. I'm joined tonight by Sam Hanna, who you just heard enter the room, as well as Jordan Petio, who will be joining us shortly. Like I said, round 2, about ready to start. We've got 2 stream regulars to battle it out. On the right, on the left...
Is that Adam Vickers?
That is not Adam Vickers. You wish it was the local legend Adam Vickers. We'll try to get him on later tonight. If you're asking yourself, who the heck is Adam Vickers? Well, you, my friend, have not watched the stream before. He is our mascot, basically. He has his own tokens. Let's talk more importantly about the people who it is. It is not Adam Vickers. It is, in fact, one half of the eponymous Wright brothers combo. Only 50% of the Wright brothers are here tonight. This is Jonathan Wright, and he is playing Esper Flash. So, like the blue-white Flash deck, not sure exactly what the splash is in it for black, but I'm sure we will figure that out once he starts playing his Magic cards. His opponent on the right, he has played on camera before. He has commentated on camera before. He has his own nickname. It's Garrett Relentless himself. Garrett Meadows. And he has been of the Band Control club for many weeks, but he is, we went to Star City Columbus last week. He played the Bant deck, you know, got his fill of it. He's decided, he's built about 3 separate standard decks this week, and tonight he is playing green, white, humans. So, a very aggressive deck from Garrett. Be interesting to see what Jonathan's specific take is on this Flash build. Of course, these guys are starting off their game with a delightful game of rock, paper, scissors. Guys, this is not the Great Depression. Get with the program. Start your games like a boss. Don't roll dice. Don't flip coins. Don't cut for high card.
What?
Like we used to do back in the day. Well, you either flip over your deck, see what's on the bottom. High casting cost goes first. That's old school tech from back when I was in middle school.
Pro tip.
That's a pro tip. It's also completely illegal in any kind of competitive format. Yeah, if you want to start your games like a boss with a play set of rock, paper, scissors cards, stay tuned, because round 2 of every week we give them away. This week, not any different. Also got some prize support, so we'll try to give away some other funsy as well. And we are off. Jonathan wins a rock, paper, scissors. He leads off with Glacial Fortress in the ideal turn 1 start from the humans deck. Champion of the Parish. No untapped lands for Jonathan so far.
I could make it.
Let's see how big. I've already warned you about the puns.
I know, that's why I didn't do it.
I'll let you make one more pun.
I'm going to save it for something good now.
You're not going to risk it.
I'm not going to risk it.
Okay, you're saving it.
I'm saving it.
Yeah. All right. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for Sam Hanna's pun. Oh, and there is the super blowout. That was actually really good.
That was.
We were talking about puns and missed a really good play. A second champion to pump the first, and a Rancor unsummon in response. One of the very few ways of getting rid of that stupid Rancor.
You will not have card advantage.
So there's Augur of Bolas, as we are now joined by Jordan Petio, and his crinkly bag up next. What is? Oh, it's a muffin. I'm very jealous. Just one of the other perks of Lost Legion Games and Comics. No, sorry, I appreciate it. Another one of the perks of this fine establishment is a bevy of delicious soda pops, bottled waters, and snack treats. So everything is happening for Garrett. He follows up the last turn's champion with the same champion and a Mare of Averbrook. So all of his guys are extremely large. And he's going to pound in for several damages.
Is John playing the Pike deck?
John is playing Esper Flash. I would, if there's not a Pike in this deck, I would be incredibly surprised. But I have no confirmation of that. Seems like if his deck doesn't have Pikes in it, it's just bad.
Yeah,
like it's a really bad control deck. But Jonathan was playing Pikes before rotation. It's not. Would not surprise me if he's playing Pikes now as well. Question in the chat as to whether or not Jonathan's deck has a Wrath effect. I do not know. I would imagine there's probably some in the sideboard. But most
I think they run like
No
the typical
spells?
list run like one main, or just one offhand and one, or like an Angel Serenity of some sort or something to like clear the board out.
No spells and mayor flips, so now the champions are not getting that buff.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be a token generator, which
Well,
his deck.
how about he just plays another Mare? So now he has the awkward. Now we have the state where they have the mares will flip on either activation.
Of course, if
we're
he
s-
could play another spell this turn, his own mayor would
Yeah, I
flip.
think the
then-
mare might still be on the stack, or we're at the beginning of combat because Jonathan has asked for him to stop. We do know that Jonathan has a Dissipate, which he revealed off the Augur of Bolas. So in theory, he could nug the mare.
It looks like
Well, he has an Angel. Like, isn't this like a obvious play here?
Celestia Charms would be good.
Snap.
Or
Snapcaster Unsummon.
Seems good.
Unsummons the big champion. And double blocks the mare. Does Garrett have Celestia Charm for the super blowout? Because that would make the flipped mare is 3/3, or is it 2/2?
3/3, so it become a 5/5.
So it would live.
Yup, there it is.
That's pretty brutal.
Oh man!
And his mayor's actually going to flip this turn.
More importantly, did you guys see me call that?
You called it like a boss.
Well, I both start my games and I commentate my matches like a boss, Sam.
You'll-
That's because of many years of playing here at Lost Legion Games and Comics in beautiful downtown, wherever we are.
So,
this state.
now the question is,
That was so brutal.
It was.
That was an excellent play from Jonathan,
so now
and
the
then
arrow flip,
a
right?
comparably excellent play from
No.
That mare flips.
Oh, it's at the end step that it puts the token out, though, correct?
Yes.
So that's the only thing that's
So on his upkeep, it would flip, right?
Did he miss the? Did Garrett miss the wolf? No, he put the wolf.
No.
He put the wolf out, right? I would not be surprised if Jonathan does not have a Wrath in his deck right now.
Or at least wishes he did.
We're having some issues. Apparently, someone in the chat's having a problem viewing the stream, but looks like everybody else is saying it's working fine. So I don't know what to tell you there. We do have good signal.
John?
We are benefiting, of course, from the
The
newly
hard line.
acquired hardwire connection.
The live thing's very unnoticeable.
So the two mayors flip, and they're actually going to buff each other.
Yes.
So that's...
The unflipped side of the mare is both a human and a werewolf, I think.
Yes.
And then the flip side is only a werewolf. But they will pump each other, so that's 4 from those. Does it buff the wolf? It does buff the wolf.
The wolf's a 4/4, right?
The wolf's a 4/4, so that's
Is
12.
it wolf, or is other wolf and also werewolves? Okay. I'm unfamiliar.
We could probably look at it. I do have the technology.
We can rebuild it.
We can rebuild it. So Jonathan's thinking here, obviously, his deck is Flash,
Right.
so everything in his deck can be played now, other than the Augur of Bolas. I want to try and dial in this mare, the flip side of the mare, so we can see. Whoops. Wolf and werewolves are pumped.
It's just like Emerwolf, the dark
Other
section lord.
wolves and... Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just interesting because some of the flip cards have both attributes and some don't. And while I guess it makes a lot of sense, it is somewhat unintuitive. Oh, double Celestia Charm.
Nice.
So he's going to end up taking 5, dropping him to 6. Not out of the woods just yet, but pretty good tempo. Another champion, and pass the turn.
Can he Gavin?
Next turn he can Gavin.
It was the same champion, right? Like that's the one that was
Yeah, unsummoned, yeah.
Yes, it was another one in the sense that it was not the one that's currently on board, but it was not another one in the sense that he had it in his hand the whole time. I told you, I tripped over my words in round 1. It's not like it's going to get any better. I also forgot to start the round clock, so let's say 38 minutes. Agreed?
Yes. Sounds great.
I don't think we're
Nailed
all
it.
the time.
Nailed it.
Watch it be like perfectly spot on. 38 minutes.
What is this thing? Riders of Gravity?
Oh yeah, Garrett loves Riders of Gaffney.
With good reason.
Angel.
He was telling me earlier, like he wanted to cut, like he felt like he needed to cut it, but he decided not to. Like it's just like his pet card. Yeah, so that's getting dissipated. I think you have to.
But what it does here is it frees up a combat step, which
Sure.
is like that's. I imagine either way it's doing its job, because otherwise he
4,
would have
5,
named Angel.
6, 7.
He's digging in for a whole lot right there.
Is that the third or the fourth Azorius Charm?
That's the third, I believe.
So he's going to take 3. He's down to 3. He's dead on board. What's on the top of his deck?
The Terminus that he runs.
Terminus is not a card that he has.
Are they below?
That's, I don't know if Jonathan would have won this game anyway because he's drawn no business, but that's,
Did the stream freeze up? Or are they just thinking?
Nope. I see the very subtle motions.
Okay.
I'm telling you guys, my internet connection is fierce tonight.
What did I say?
I knew it!
Told you he did.
Ah, that was beautiful.
Why are we so excited about the Supreme verdict?
I don't know. We can be though.
I'm a grown-ass man. I come in here every week, sit in this broom closet, talk to people around the world about imaginary wizard fights. And Miracle Isolated Chapel off the top, not good enough. So despite what I would call a very valiant effort from Jonathan Wright.
So he does run Wrath effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I knew it.
Are you going to ask him if he has one main?
Yeah.
I actually have an errand for you while we're in between if you want to do it. I did have JB, I told him to print out that sign for me. So
Oh, the sign didn't come out. It was only like, it only printed like half of it or something. Like it was messed up. I forgot. I should have told you. That was in my mouth.
Dang it. Well, I apologize, guys. It looks like I have blown it big time when it comes to the super awesome sign that our very devoted fan, Tinder, has made for us.
I'm going to go ask him that.
Jordan's going to go satisfy his curiosity to see how many Wrath effects were in that in his deck. We moved to the sideboard. And I moved to Facebook because it's that time of night where I start to give away magic cards. So last week, it was just the one? Just the one. Alright. So last week I said I'd be giving away a play set of Deadbridge Goliath. So we'll be drawing for that, as well as our normal giveaway of rock, paper, scissors cards. So unlike every other week where I make the announcement and then post on Facebook, I'm going to make sure I post on that first. So that will come later, so stay tuned for that. What kind of sideboard action are we getting here? Looks like Jonathan's going 5 deep.
Well, I'll tell you what's on his sideboard. 2 other sleepers. Because,
Looks like those are coming in.
yeah, I'm sure he...
Definitely.
I imagine they're probably verdicts, I think.
JB taught us the value of player cleansing last week.
Yep. Last week, shop manager JB playing Junk Wright was able to get some oohs and ahs from a pretty devastating planar cleansing, which people forget about. It does destroy planeswalkers.
I had, I don't even know what the card was, if I can Commander, someone played it for free out of my deck, and I had all my planeswalkers out, and I was just like, did this really just happen? I got blown out by my own card, and you don't even run it, you're blue. This is horrible. This is the worst thing ever.
Feel like it was treachery or something, like they were bribery, except for instance of sorceries.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like this really niche card I'd never seen before that was like search an opponent's library, play a instant sorcery for free. And I was just, well, buy
That's some bull.
buy Super Friends.
Crush the Super Friends.
How many more weeks we got till pre-release? Is it a week or 2 weeks?
It's February 1st, so I think 2 weeks.
Okay.
Or 3rd or 5th or something. Numbers.
Dude, I'm excited for this limited in mine.
Yeah, me too. Like, I've had fun doing limited in just Return to Ravnica now, but I think, oh man, it's going to be so much fun.
The thing I really like is the mechanics. Like, the mechanics I actually enjoy in this one. The ones before I was just kind of like...
Scavenge, Overload...
But like,
Overload was cool.
Overload was cool, but...
Don't hate.
I'm not hating. But Overload, it turns out, is nuts in EDH.
Yes.
Absolutely insane.
Well, then people are just going to rag on us because, like, every week, I'm very guilty of this. Every week, I'm like, this card's pretty good in EDH. And then the question becomes, what card isn't good in EDH?
Well, like,
which there are a ton, but
well, the thing I thought
Overload, Cyclonic Rift, and is it target opponent or all opponents?
All opponents.
Yeah, because Bonfire is target.
Yeah.
Bonfire's not good in EDH because it's target opponent, but Overload is all.
Well, it's like Vandal Blast. You overload a Vandal Blast and destroy everyone's Vandal rocks.
Vandal Blast is played in Sneak and Show decks in Legacy.
Really?
Yeah, because you can. I mean, the whole deck is designed to get to 5 mana, so you can cast Sneak Attack and activate it the same turn. So Vandal Blast, blow up someone's entire board is pretty good too.
Yeah, if they're playing artifacts, God help them. I'll blow up your Ancient Den, bro. You mad?
I have gotten so caught up in my giveaway announcement and discussion about Overload and EDH that I have neglected to realize the game is in fact started. So, Garrett Meadows' Green-White Humans deck is up a game on the Esper Flash deck of one Mr. Scotty Wright.
Sounds like somebody just ultimately blew a gun.
Somewhere in the deep distance, someone has ultimated Liliana. Thought Scour myself. Thalia makes an appearance. A very good card in this deck. I had talked to Garrett earlier in the week, and he was debating moving Thalias to the board and then bringing them in for these kind of matchups versus leaving them in. Because while I think it's probably correct in the vacuum to have Thalia in the main board, our shop is very aggressive recently, and I think you could argue that just a bigger body would be better in that spot.
Azorius Charm.
Ooh.
Pay me additional.
That was okay. Feeling red.
So Mara comes down. I haven't updated life totals because I'm bad at what I do.
What I like is if he has a sweeper, he can kind of mitigate the board to where he's keeping the units out on the field and then sweeping them up.
I don't know how many lands these flash decks play. I mean, I know this is not Delver, but the old Delver list didn't play any lands hardly at all.
Only 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ridiculous like that.
Is a pump fake there?
No, he's going to combat. Because
Yeah.
he has the Feeling of Dread, so...
Feeling of Dread is very good in these tempo matchups.
And it's coming back.
Oh, he'd already used it, or he milled that off the Thought
He
Scour?
used it last turn. That's why he's like...
Where have I been? What? That's the question. Everyone should be asking.
You've been trying to give people free stuff, Zach. That's an honorable
Well, I'm
cause.
setting up. I'm preparing to give people free stuff.
No one would ever be mad at you for that.
Actually, the internet is usually mad at me about everything.
Ooh, sugary booger. Look at that.
It costs 5 mana because of Thalia, but who gives a rat's butt?
Who gives a relentless rat?
More important, this Supreme Verdict obviously much better than last game's because he's at 18 life and he has more than 0 cards in his hand. So Garrett is playing End of Turn Angel, puts a Rancor on it.
Silverblade. Jeez
Jeez.
Louise.
So this is just like what Corey Buchanan did that one time, where he just like completely out of nowhere, it's like Restoration Angel, blink with Silverblade, bond him, attack, kill you.
5. He attacks for 10, so he's dead on board. Unless he can come up with another Feeling of Dread or an Unsummon
Or another
or something.
That was...
And Garrett, to be fair too, like Garrett's a good player. Like he has built his board state to do exactly that. He did not overextend into that. He does play these. Lingering Souls will buy him some time, although the
Double striking trample.
if he casts both sides of it, he will live. And I assume he has a trick at this point too. As we see some Star City Games, Brad Nelson and Jerry Thompson tokens.
Brad Nelson.
Recently acquired from Star City Games Columbus.
Coming over to play for a heck of a lot. There's the charm.
And now, 2 for 1. Let me get you guys. Unless
Oh,
he might
double
Celestia Charm, but otherwise, that's pretty good.
I bought him.
That's an interesting play there because I think naming Supreme Verdict, I guess. Or I don't know.
Dissipate or something.
I don't know what he named. Can you just open the door in front of him?
Hey Garrett, what did it name?
Okay.
Sphinx.
Thanks, Yen.
A random yen appears.
A yen appears. So Sphinx's Revelation is the card named. Flashback to the other side of looting. The looting. I'm losing it.
Welcome to Value Town, indeed.
That is not looting. That is in fact lingering souls. So I wonder if I could put Sphinx's Revelation on that.
I know, like, a big thing people have talked about is, like, you know, whenever you have a Silver Blade out or whatever, you just kind of want to let it hang back and you, like, use it as an
Yeah,
enchantment.
well, that was the thing. Like, I'm curious. He might have just missed that because, like, he didn't need to attack with the Silver Blade necessarily.
Rewind, it's even better. He gets
Oh,
on tap.
yeah. Gavany? Riders of Gavany.
Rewind takes care of the Angel. Riders of Gavany seems to hit.
Would he name spirits? That
I
makes
assume he names spirits.
And then
Yeah, he
Rancor.
puts a
Rancor
Rancor
definitely
on it.
names spirits.
Unsummon it.
Unsummon would be brutal here.
Or Snapcaster does?
Snapcaster 4. Has he used an Unsummon so far?
I don't think so, actually. Not this game.
Angels.
Rider is naming Angels.
Fair enough.
And there's a Restoration Angel right there, so that made...
I apologize. The new angle of the camera does mean...
Wait, does he have Pike?
Hold on a second.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to say I apologize because the angle of the camera, we're not getting all of the graveyards because I was wondering the same thing you are, Jordan. Is a Pike good enough here? I don't think it will kill him outright, but he seems to have about +5 or 6 in the graveyard should he land and attach a Pike. 3 mana?
3. Garrett's tapped out.
Detention Sphere?
D-Sphere?
What?
D-Sphere. On...
Sphere.
Nevermore.
So he can play Sphinx.
Yeah, is that good, though?
I don't know. Well,
I
It
mean-
lets him untap and draw, like, a buttload,
He
gain a
lose-
bunch of life. Like, he can chump block here.
Oh, is Riders of Gavany vigilant?
yes.
Okay,
And
so he's attacking
spirits
for
are-
5 with Trample here?
It's still pretty good, even if he throws both spirits in front of it. But if he he might not live to see that Sphinx, though.
Well, he has 1 card in hand.
It's gotta be
the
Sphinx.
best he can do, like, well, I mean, Garrett's best out is a Celestia Charm. Like, that's the only pump spell I think they run. Or he runs, I should say. If he untaps now with the Sphinx's Revelation, yeah, he's just...
I mean, he would almost have to have Sphinx's Revelation in his hand to not Detention Sphere the Riders of Gavany, right?
Yes, quite. So he's gonna swing in, take 3.
Does Garrett only have 1 land, too?
Yep, Revelation for 4. Oh, no.
Another
just-
D-Sphere. Well, that's interesting.
It's very interesting to me if that card is not a Sphinx's Revelation.
Maybe he top decked the other D-Sphere.
Do you do it in response?
Oh wait, he just played
Yeah,
another.
okay,
Oh,
there you
yeah,
go.
okay, there you
So
go.
gain 1, draw 1, because there might not be another Detention Sphere in Jonathan's deck.
And you have to do-
Has anyone checked and see how many times I've called him Scotty during this game? I haven't realized it until just now, but it's very possible that I've done it a million times.
I mean, yeah, it was for just 1, but it's better than for not being able
It's
to
like,
cast it.
well, that's exactly what I mean. Like the chances of him being able to Detention Sphere another Nevermore are very unlikely.
Yeah.
I think the
Rancor,
other thing you had to watch out, too, for was, like, if,
we see an absence token with a Rancor on it.
Why
Okay.
is that's what's named? Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so the next,
This Nevermore naming Supreme Verdict.
because it had to enter the battlefield before he could name the thing, and he did it because he was afraid of Sphinx. So that makes
Yes.
sense, yes.
I think it's the correct play because I 100% guarantee that
Well, if he drew a
if he hadn't played Sphinx's Revelation, he would have
Named it.
named Sphinx's Revelation.
Definitely,
Another land. Adam Vickers token makes his appearance. Thanks to Sarah Taylor, Adam does have his own.
He's going to Gavity here.
Gavity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can present lethal. Because he can Gavity again and then attack. I mean, obviously he has to get through the blocker, but...
Champion.
I don't know. I think Jonathan's in a pretty good spot here.
Alchemy in response.
In response to attacks, right?
No, in response to the champion.
Okay.
Yeah, champion.
Which I don't...
I'm looking... What he needs here is a feeling of dread.
I would say get a Pike.
Doesn't feeling of dread just... I mean, Garrett's at 8 life. Like...
I mean, they're not going to do anything together. It's the thing. Like...
He didn't attack?
Well, maybe he's waiting till he can get past the angel. Because the next...
But he's going to die to the angel.
What was that?
The flashback Lingering Souls.
Okay.
2 more Vickers.
Okay, end of turn Gavany.
Interesting.
I think he has a feeling of dread, is why he didn't attack last turn.
Interesting trivia fact. Only one other Adam Vickers token exists in this world. And it is in my book. Charm.
And
Restoration
Angel.
Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, that's Toad's game.
Totes. It's Totes game.
Toad's game. Less...
Should be enough.
Yeah.
He has 2 cards in his hand.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a really good game, actually.
That was very good.
I mean, that Silverblade Angel, it was basically like, you fix this, like, figure out an answer now, or you're dead.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to, and obviously not want to, sorry to Retina 20 in the okay, it's 2 things. I apologize to Retina 20 in the chat. Seems like he's not able to get the stream to work for whatever reason, but we will have these on YouTube on Sunday, so look for them there. And also good to see that someone has registered Zach's Beard as a Twitch user. So Zach's Beard is now commenting in the chat. Flashback Adam Vickers. So very interesting game there as the Esper.
Oh, internet.
What have we gotten a confirmation on? Oh, it's the back half of Lingering Souls. That's the black in this Esper deck. So and I guess Forbidden Alchemy, but that'll never happen. The Esper flash deck of Jonathan Wright draws even with the Green White Humans deck of Garrett Meadows. Of course, Humans going to be on the play this game, so it should be an uphill battle for Jonathan. You know what's not an uphill battle? The ever-long quest for rock, paper, scissors cards. Guys, I've told you before, if you take no life advice from me other than this, let this be the one piece of sage advice. Don't start your games like a noob. Don't roll dice.
Don't do it.
Don't flip coins. Start your games like a boss with rock, paper, scissors cards, the fun novelty cards from Unglued. If you don't have your own playset, we give them away every week. Just go to facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. There is a post that I made about 15 minutes ago. This week, this is what we're doing. You like the post, you get an entry. You comment on the post, you get an entry. You share the entry, you get an entry. If you retweet it on Twitter, because it will also send it sends the same post to my Twitter account as well. So if you follow me at ZachSellsMagic on Twitter, 4 separate ways to get an entry. Next week we'll draw for.
You will get those cards, probably, maybe.
Yeah, you can definitely increase your chances, and then we will send those to you. Questions are always asked. If I am abroad, am I eligible? Absolutely. If you live overseas, I will send them to you. This week, we're giving out the normal playset of rock, paper, scissors cards, as well as a promo Acidic Slime.
Oh!
The Acidic Slime art is really nice.
Yeah, we'll show it during the break. Obviously, all of this stuff is done out of pocket. We'll talk a little bit later, at least once a night. I like to talk about how you can financially contribute to the stream, should you feel so inclined. But so the prize support is not the greatest thing. It's not like we're giving away dual lands in here. Mm-hmm. But this Acidic Slime is, I don't know, it's worth like $3 or $4.
Yeah,
and it is a gorgeous piece of Brad Rigney art. It is in fact the Acidic Slime I play in my cube. Mm-hmm. So I would be happy to get it. More importantly, the unit cost on that free. So
Yep.
the only thing better than a free card, of course, is a free card you don't have to pay for.
Oh!
So those are our 2 giveaways. We'll be drawing from the same list. Enter 4 different ways. Like, share, and comment on the Facebook post and retweet the post on Twitter. Each separate interaction gets you a separate entry, up to 4, to win these free Magic cards. Like I always say, are they worth a lot? Financially? No. Are they worth a lot emotionally? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is there anything more sentimental? Let me tell you a very interesting interaction. So we went to Star City Games event in Columbus, and at no point have I ever considered myself, even in the slightest, to be some kind of pseudo-magic celebrity. I'm just a weird guy with an oppressive beard that sits in the broom closet at his local game store with a webcam, and apparently nothing better to do on a Friday night than to do this. But I told people I was going to Columbus. It's relatively close. We get towards the Midwest. That's where most of our people are watched. And a Mr. Greg Hall, who I've interacted with on Facebook, he watches. He doesn't watch on the stream. He plays his FNM, but he watches on YouTube all the time. He came up to me out of the blue and said, "Hey Zach, how you doing?" I had no idea who he was because everybody knows what I look like. I don't know what everybody else looks like. But I chatted with him on both days. It was really nice to meet him. And as I promised, the first person who came up and said hello, gave him his own playset of rock paper scissors cards. So congratulations to Greg Hall.
I like how, like, at any given time, you have a playset of rock, paper, scissors on you.
I do.
Just be like,
it's my gift to the community.
here, kids, you want some rock, paper, scissors?
It's better than crack. So let's talk about this game and not about shameless self-promotion by me. Turn 1 Evolving Wilds into a turn 2 Glacial Fortress is what Jonathan has mustered. Turn 1 Absence Pilgrim and a Thalia. More important than anything, the turn 2 Thalia.
Did Garrett take a mulligan? Looks like it.
I think that he did.
I know Jonathan did, for sure.
Well, no, I think Garrett kept. I think Jonathan went down to 6. I could have told you for sure if I had paid attention, but clearly I'm not.
Yeah, it's not self-promotion.
21 minutes remaining in the round? That is not close to what we have. So my previous claim to having the best clock on Twitch is not...
Dread. They're dreading it.
Feeling of Dread, an excellent tempo card. It's a card you see a lot in the control decks for a pace or a stall card to get you to your high-end removal. I really like it.
I think we're going to see another Angel here. Because he's got the mana.
Well, the trick is he never casts anything during his own turn, except Pikes and Augur of Bolas.
Well, no, I mean, Garrett has the...
Oh, more Angels. So they'll both get tapped. Tap the big boys, take 3 from the smaller humans. My buddy, my lifelong buddy, and former stream commentator Ian Nolte this week said that it would be more fun to call the humans deck people. Playing green-white people. Or you can also say green-white men splash Thalia. So try to work those into your local metagame. D-Sphere on Angel seems very good. It'd be interesting to see if Garrett is playing anything, any comparable disenchant effects in his deck. I don't...
Ray of Revelation is...
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a copy of that in his sideboard. Well, he might not, actually, because it's not...
I mean, yeah, how many enchantments do you want to hit?
I don't know. I might bring that in against a deck that I think has 4 copies of D-Sweep. But against the Flash deck, I don't think I bring it in.
I think I do.
Oh my goodness.
All the Angels.
I don't think this Angel is sticking
I don't
now.
know if there's a highlight or not, but this is... Well, he has a Cavern,
Thought Scour.
which may or may not mean anything.
The Cavern is naming humans because he played his Absence Pilgrim off of it.
Okay.
So he's cycling his Thought Scour to try and draw a counterspell. Apparently did not.
When does the Silver Blade come? I feel a Silver Blade coming.
Take 5, says Garrett. Jonathan trying to do something. I'm much like you, I'm very in limbo, trying to figure out exactly what point of the game we're at. So, I don't see what he targeted. I think he targeted the Thought Scour. Did he pay enough for everything? Yes, he did.
Did he block a...
Yeah, he chumped the Thalia.
Oh, that was Thalia. I thought it was an Angel.
He might be setting up for a Verdict. There's Moorland Haunt, that'll be pretty good here. I mean, you're much more likely to to burn the Snapcaster when you have Haunt coming up.
And he's also got an Augur too, so that's at least they don't have 2 blockers.
Serving in with everything here. I correctly have Garrett at 20, not sure that it matters. So, what are we going to do? We are going to cast a
Angel?
We are going to cast an Angel. We are going to make a 1/1 Spirit token via Moorland Haunt, exiling that Snapcaster. A $1 rare land, exiling a $25 rare wizard, making a priceless Adam Vickers token.
I like the math on that one.
I do.
You like the math? That's a good show. So takes the 1, right?
Kills Thalia.
Kills Thalia. No, he takes 4, I should say. Oh, no, he doesn't. Nevermore. Garrett is getting some work.
Sphinx Revelation.
Thank you, Adam. Adam Vickers letting us know it's Sphinx's Revelation. I think that's the card to name, wouldn't it be? Because the Supreme Verdict doesn't really blow you out here that much.
Especially if Garrett's rolling back some
It was
gas.
actually Nevermore on Stormcrow.
Stormcrow?
Damn.
I would pick Evermere, I think, in that case.
Oh, damn. Alright.
Just a quick troll from Adam. So, Augur of Bolas, which Augur of Bolas must have been part of the previous Thought Scouring that went on.
And now he's going to be able to eat the Angel, unless there's a Charm, which it looks like there is.
Selesny,
But there's also counter magic, possibly. And Jonathan hasn't played any counter spells this whole game, has he?
Snap, targeting, Dissipate. Or
Azorius Charm.
To bounce.
Ooh.
That's still pretty good. Even though block.
I mean, it gives him bodies, and it also, like, it's basically like counter target Celestia Charm. Keep my guys.
And another Thalia. Thought Scour. Oh,
Ooh,
the
nice.
old 2-for-1, yeah. I guess it's not 2-for-1 because you need to draw off the Thought Scour cantrip, but put it back on top, mill it away. Jonathan's in a pretty good spot here. Thalia on board doesn't really cause that much grief since Jonathan's got 9 lands on board. Serves in with just the Vickers token. Vickers token should have at least like triple strike or something.
Protection from magic.
Souls. I don't always play Lingering Souls, and when I do, I pay 1 more mana for it.
4 cost Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
Question in the chat about, or not question, but maybe a statement that we should have the Twitch chat on the screen. Well, a lot of MTGO streams do that, but the user interface on MTGO is a lot more compact than the actual game, a game of Magic played on a table. So any real estate that we take away for the chat is just going to take away from the size of the game. So I've chosen not to do that. Are the Taylor brothers trolling us in our own chat again?
These Taylors.
Matt Taylor is on his 3rd Twitch name in as many weeks, I think. Gaming in the 90s, then to
In the 90s.
Kokiru or Kokiro, Koriki, and now into Taylor Matt. And apparently I said doo-doo is what everyone is making fun of me for in the chat. Let's not get
I like how they were all creative, and then it's like Taylor Matt.
I appreciate the ones that are Cole Clark. Yes, so they're, yes. So that's fun. Ultimate price on Riders of Gavany. Rootborn defenses.
Saucy.
Is Rootborn defenses all your creatures?
Yes.
Yes.
They populate, but I mean.
There's no tokens on the field, but gosh, it's knock down, drag out.
Well, that's 5 from the Riders, or Riders and Thalia, and I'm assuming they're both pro, whatever he has left back. I'm assuming this was all done pre-blocks, correct?
It looks like it. That would make sense.
Naming angels, I guess. So he's going to trade his Snapcaster and his... hold on. It's indestructible.
What?
It's indestructible. Garrett! Your thing is indestructible.
Something's indestructible.
The Riders.
Vicker's also trolling him. He didn't proliferate.
Bringing him up to 10 poison counters.
Lord knows I have to correct them because we don't want any potential rules
don't wanna
mistakes
be in
because I'm
punishment.
still catching grief from things we've missed in the past. Serving in with the Angel seems to be the right move because Angel was named by the Riders, so he's not going to be able to block anyway.
It's gonna be crazy. Another Gavany Riders right here, naming spirits that are just kind of like...
I think he only has 2.
Can he realistically ever block with an angel, though? Well, wait, but I suppose it's supposed to be able to dig in, so he can't block with his. That makes sense.
I'm going to be honest with you, Sam, I have no idea what you just said.
Okay.
This is very confusing to me.
Sorry.
words.
Yeah, I don't think it affects... Is Rider symmetric? I think it's just your opponent, right?
No, like, okay, all your humans gain protection
Yes.
from the named creature type.
Which means you can't blink him with your own.
Yeah, because with angel,
If you name Angel, you can't blink your own creatures with your Angels. That is correct. That is a very narrow interaction, but it does come up in Garrett's deck.
It looks like, well, I really don't know what he would blink anyhow, because it doesn't look like he has any very many coming to play effects that I've seen, at least.
What, the Angel?
Yeah, with angel.
I think it's basically like a go-around for
And
decks that try to tap out, like make you tap out on your turn or whatever, or like they never want to tap out on theirs. Or they play Wrath effects, so it's like they Wrath, and it's like
then
after
you
you...
end your turn, yeah. It's more about the flash than it is about the blinking creature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silverblade.
There it is.
So, good thing.
Pair-
People play spirits. Is like that's
Paired to Riders. Riders and Thalia getting in. So a 3/3 double striking Riders of Gavany Pro Angels.
I would say double plus.
Oh, wait, is it other?
Hmm?
No, it's him too. It affects himself.
I still feel like Riders of Gavany is like an unsung hero of the human tribal deck. Like it's just, it doesn't.
Well,
work.
it's the fact that it I'm stating the obvious, I know, but the fact that it costs 4 in a deck that you're trying to win on turn 4 sometimes.
I can push it over the edge, really.
Yeah,
Well,
it's it's very good. The four drop in these white decks is a little clogged, as we've talked about multiple times before.
But like that's when
Especially when Hero Blade Holds no longer a thing.
But the thing I used to do is like back in the day when people would like run one thread or something and like they'd just be able to block just enough. Sometimes you just be able to be like basically say like make one guy block. Like that's what
And
it needed to do.
that'll push you into the end zone, yeah.
And even as like sideboard tech for another tribal deck, which I don't think any exist right now.
So, Jonathan's at 5. And he just blocked with things.
And then he's gonna
And
make another
turn.
spirit.
Yeah. And our Vickers token. And it goes to his untapped stuff.
I think he needs action. Like he hasn't really done anything in the past few turns, I don't think, except the ultimate price.
I think Verdict would be a good decision right here.
Yeah, of course. That's like the least controversial thing anyone will ever say. So Rancor wins, right?
Rancor does win.
Garrett has 1,000 cards.
I don't think your deck is allowed to have 1,000 cards.
You caught me. You caught the tater. So the question is, Jonathan has 2 cards in his hands. The $1 million question is, how many of those are Sphinx's Revelation? Sphinx's Revelation, of course, being named by Nevermore.
I'm interested to see if we have a Rancor Unsummon trick coming up, but...
What was that?
Well, okay. I guess I can see why he's only going with the Silver Blade and Nephalia.
Mm-hmm.
So he's assuming that there was going to be a trick.
Ultimate Price.
Does he have another Root War Defenses?
Oh, Ultimate Price, that thing no longer have protection. But they still have
And it breaks up the bond.
It breaks up the bond.
Oh, that's so good.
Block with all 3. Do you block with all 3?
Okay, he's chumping one of the spirits.
I would say you would kill Thalia. Well, how much damage is he pushing now? He's pushing 5 next turn. So
Jonathan?
Yeah,
Jonathan has 5 on board.
And does he have a creature?
I don't see one.
Because I would say now it's like switching sides to where Jonathan needs to start pushing his.
Remind me in between rounds to go make delineate where the graveyards need to be. Like put like a little piece of tape or something out
It
there.
was Garuk.
Yeah, and you just fought the Angel. Didn't the Angel live? Or was it it was post-combat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it had 3 damage on it already.
Okay. Still.
However, I do like the idea of like Garuk just like reaching up and punching an Angel in the face, just like whenever he gets
He's trying to decide if he wants to serve in with 1 Angel.
Still.
The answer is yes. 12 turn clock. Yeah, we joke about it, but how many games have you gotten your opponent down to 1 or 2 and then wondered throughout, I missed a point of damage at some point along
when
the
there was the Legacy Grand Prix, who was it? I can't remember his name. He's like from Switzerland or something, but he got there all the way with a single Lingering Soul token. Like he just literally just chipped and chipped and chipped the guy down, like for turns and turns, and just denied him any other spell.
So Silverblade comes down uncounterable off the Cavern for Garrett, paired with the Absence Pilgrim, so it's a 1/1 double striker and a 2/1 first striker. So you could double.
You could triple block Thalia and take 2.
Yeah, well he only has 2 creatures.
Instead he's taking.
So he's just chumping.
He's at 3.
We've got some pretty close matches on the stream tonight.
Going right down to the money.
Yep, you were talking about Vidyanto Wijaya, I believe, was the guy from playing Esper Stoneblade that won the deck.
He won the whole event, and I'm pretty sure that was the last one. I can't remember.
Serving with both, does this mean verdict?
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
No, it's just playing another Lingering Souls. Then you flash it back. Because that's the thing to do.
So, does Rancor win here? One keeps making a good comment in the chat that Legacy Jund clearly sucks because it lost to 1 spirit token.
Well,
it has a bad matchup against a 1 spirit token.
Well, the thing about that game too is like I think he just literally drew.
Well, I mean, like those Esper decks, it's just a battle of attrition. Like the game goes on to a point where they've answered everything, and then they just.
Well, there was another game before that where it was like 2 countertop decks playing each other, and it was just like, oh, let me check my top. No, let me check my top. While you're about to check your top in response, I'm gonna check my top. Then I'm gonna put my top back on top of my library. Well,
I think that wins.
You name greatly familiar.
Okay.
What the?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/4 double strike.
And the other Nevermore named Unsummon. So he's going to have to throw out some serious blockage. I think he might be dead. I think he might be dead. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Yep.
There it
is.
It's 8 damage just from the Paladin.
Yeah.
So even if you threw everything in front of it, 4 would still get through. So congratulations to Garrett Meadows. He moves to, both these players were 1-0. So he moves to 2-0. Off to a good start tonight. Jonathan drops to the 1-1 bracket, but with 5 rounds of standard tonight, he is definitely still drawing live to the top 8. 31 players tonight, so I imagine at least 1-3-2 will make it. We will just have to wait and see. We'll also have to wait and see till next week to see who wins these rock, paper, scissors cards. If you watch our stream regularly, you know what we're talking about. If you just happen to join us, we give away a playset of these super fun cards from the Unglued set. It's a great way to start your great game. It's a great conversation piece. I posted the links in the chat about 5 minutes ago. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, and follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ZachSellsMagic. Every like, comment, share, and retweet gets you a separate entry. Next week we're drawing for a playset of rock, paper, scissors cards, as well as a promo acidic slime. As we switch back to the broom closet cam. My name is Zachary Evans. I'm staring at this computer while I try to do everything behind the scenes. Pull up the magical spreadsheet so we can see who wins this week's giveaway, and then we'll talk about some more blanking. Help me out, gents.
Spoilers.
What set?
Gatecrash.
Gatecrash. Gatecrash spoilers.
Morning tide.
So first things first, we got some business to sort out. Like I said, every round 2, every week. Any guesses, gentlemen? What week this is? How many weeks we've been doing this?
25.
You said 21. 21.
This is 22. Week 22. Now, more importantly, how many have we missed? How many weeks have we not had a broadcast?
1.
1.
Hate this game.
And to be fair, I was in the emergency room, so I'm gonna give myself a pass on that.
I still think you should have streamed from there.
I should have. I should have had the. I should have streamed. Should have streamed my emergency surgery.
Wireless. We need a cable mode.
So.
What do you guys want? Something like this crap.
Yeah. The medical professionals have a lot of comments about the current metagame. There are 70 runners in this week's giveaway. Some of you that are participating have already won rock, paper, scissors cards, but you are still eligible for this beautiful shiny playset of Deadbridge Goliath. Again, not necessarily the most valuable card, but you are getting a playset of them, and they are seeing play in Brian Kibler's Gold Gary Beatdown deck. Plus, with the new cards coming out, we're seeing a lot of Green Ramp, we're seeing a lot of Simic. This is a good quality card. It's a 5/5 for 4.
That's always good.
It's better than a 5/5 for 10.
Like, what would that be like back in the old
So,
sets? Like
if someone wins who's already won rock, paper, scissors cards, we'll just give them the Deadbridge and then redraw. So, gentlemen, if you could help me here, we got 70 runners. I am going to click the button, generate the number.
Let's do this.
14. I've already done it.
Okay.
It is.
I'm glad we did that.
It's
I thought you were going to
14.
do rock, paper, scissors.
That guy wins.
Number 14 is Larry Watering. He is from the Parkersburg shop, so we will send him his playset of rock, paper, scissors cards. Hopefully I can just hand them to him. Save myself some sweet postage. So let's draw again for the playset of Deadbridge Goliath. Gentlemen? 12. This is fun. Number 12 is Arnulfo Tagoy Jr. He has been watching since basically like week 3. He is one of the guys who asked that I mention him when it was his birthday, which I will gladly mention you in the birthday. Someone else was talking in the chat about there needs to be like shout out portion. I need to have like a scrolling thing at the bottom for shout outs. More importantly, Arnulfo watches from the Philippines every week. So very cool. We've had winners from the UK. We've had winners from Canada. We've had winners from Australia, and now we've had winners from
I did not know they had Magic in the
Philippines. Actually, I subscribe to a Filipino YouTube channel where they play Vintage every month.
Wow.
So it's not like they just play. They play really
So
good.
congratulations to those guys. Like I said, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic, and twitter.com/ZachSellsMagic for this week's giveaway. And there is the aforementioned Acidic Slide promo. Very shiny. Very, very shiny. So, we are going to talk about a spoiler. We are into turns out there, but they'll take their sweet time. So let's talk about some of these new Magic cards. You guys monitor the chat, see if there's anyone that's saying anything of relevance. Let's talk about Thrall Parasite.
Oh, this is the one.
Goody.
Yeah,
This is the one that you were talking about earlier that you didn't think was getting enough press.
Yeah, like I really any counter from any non-land permanent. Like there's I know that there are some interactions, at least in EDH, and I know, like you said earlier, like we're going to talk about that. Like that's a thing. Like that's a big deal. You can take counters on.
Yeah, counters. It doesn't specify charge counters or +1 counters. It's a counter.
Yeah. So I mean,
You
just
could take off Azorius Selector's counters, Filibuster counters.
Yeah,
You can eat those.
don't let them win.
No.
Also questioning, I'm sorry to interrupt briefly, but there was a question in the chat about, remember this is the second installment of Max Turner Needs a Deck. We'll be featuring him in round 3.
What?
Off-camera troll from Garrett Meadows. But every week, for last month, every 2 weeks, Max has volunteered to play the deck that you, the Facebook and stream viewers, picked for him. 2 weeks ago it was Epic Experiment, Burn at the Stake. This week it is Stuffy Doll. So he's playing a red-green Stuffy Doll deck with Blasphemous Attack and all that fun. We'll see it next round. But right now let's talk about this this card. So it is Thrall Parasite. It is a 1-drop, 1/1. It does have Extort. It's fun to see Thralls come back.
Mm-hmm.
Thralls were very prominent in Fallen Empires, and there were exactly 2 cards in Fallen Empires that were any good. Hymn to Turk and Goblin Grenade. Everything else was hot garbage. But Jordan, like Jordan said, it does have the tap ability, pay 2 life, remove a counter from target non-land permanent. That could have a lot of... I know, he told me it didn't work.
He was supposed to bring it back to you.
Oh, okay. It's alright. I appreciate
I thought
the...
you might have sent me the wrong one.
I probably have. I'll look into it in the middle of next round. Yeah, there's a bigger one. I'll get it to you. So as we try to sort out the sweet picture that Tindra made for us last week to hang up right back here,
This area.
which I forgot to print out, but we'll have it printed out next week. We are into round 3 pairings, but just to finish up on the Thrall Parasite, we can talk about it a little bit more. It's interesting because we talked in the fourth, like this, like black-white or black Extort deck is going to work. Like Blood Artist Trigger is very much a real thing and standard right now. But this is like the tempo card you need with Extort, because like you don't want an Extort card that has like 6 costs, because like the idea is that you play cards after you have the Extort permanent. So you want the 1-drop with Extort. So I think this is really flavorful. It'll be interesting to see if the counter interactions have any cool play with standard or in any other formats. But if nonetheless, it's going to be a good card in limited, because it will help you get that incremental advantage.
My favorite part of it is the flavor text.
Flavor text, which reads, the hunger of a vampire and the subtlety of a tax collector.
Oh.
Zinger zing.
Zing, zing time.
All right,
Part of
so
Warzone.
it is round 3, and we have got Max Turner playing against Chris Harless, it should be.
Yep.
Already good to go? Look at that, it was like amazing. That's the first time that's ever happened. So we'll just immediately fire off in here